Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for, this is part 2 for the middle of April 2022. We're going to just jump right in here, Virgo, and we are going to see what is going on for you. With the with the Neptune card here that says Vision, you have the Venus card, which says Beloved on it. So I do feel some of you, this could be talking about love, but really I feel like this is more talking about your values in general. Remember, we were talking about the kind of like the very logical energy that is showing up here in your reading. And I feel like this is saying, focus more on your values, things that you value, instead of things that are maybe logical. I'm not saying don't be logical. I'm just saying that there's an overemphasis on being logical in this reading, and it could be keeping you stuck. Literally with the Knight of Swords, you have the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is self-imposed restriction, and normally the lady on this card, she has a blindfold on, and she has her hands tied behind her back, and if she were just to lean up against the swords, she would be able to cut her hands free and take her blindfold off. So it's kind of like an energy of needing to set yourself free and needing to realize that you are much more free than you think. So I feel that for some of you. Eight of Swords really represents being too close to a problem, being right up against an issue and not being able to see a way around it. You do have the Three of Pentacles here, which does say, if you're experiencing any obstacles or challenges in your life, that getting help from other people would be very beneficial. With the Tower, you have the Three of Wands. I'm telling you right now, I've been saying this for a few weeks. There seems to be like some sort of collective Tower moment going on just in general, but I kind of get the feeling that that for a lot of people, we need to open up to like other solutions, other ways of doing things, right? Like I said, with that Eight of Swords, Eight of Wands, the Three of Wands is also about like waiting for the perfect moment when there never will be a perfect moment. If we wait for the perfect moment, we're going to have a Tower moment, right? So it's like, if you are in a job that you hate and you want something else, it's like if you don't get started to leave, then there's going to be a Tower moment that forces you to leave. If you're in a relationship that isn't right, there's going to be a Tower moment that is going to happen that says you need to move towards something else. And that's like that energy right there, the Three of Wands with the Tower moment. For a lot of you, I feel like this has already happened. Like I said, this is your past position, this first row. Probably something you've already experienced. With the Fool, you have the Page of Swords. I do feel you need to be curious at this time. Again, you have the Page of Swords twice in your reading. The Page of Swords is about being curious, opening up to new opportunities, and kind of just like looking under things. It's kind of funny because, I always picture the Page of Swords as like looking under rocks. It's like he's like flipping things over. He's kind of looking into things. He doesn't just take the things at their face value. He really dives in deep, on the positive side of things. The other thing is that you have the Sun card here. The Sun card represents your inner child. When you think about children, right, they really explore things. The Page of Swords is the card of the child. They really, children want to learn everything, right? They ask a lot of questions about things. They're very curious. I kind of get that energy here in your reading where like digging into anything that you're interested in would be very beneficial for you. You cannot make this up. You've had this card about 1 billion times with me, Virgo. Every single reading I do for you, not only do you get the Fool, but you always get this card here. It says transformation is beautiful. I feel like you've been going through this transformation for probably almost 3 years now, at least, if not longer. I said, I'm pretty sure in one of your recent readings, I was saying how when I was going through transformation, I was moving unexpectedly. I literally made a decision to move from 2 apartments ago, right? I made a decision in a day, literally. I was talking to my mom, and I was like, okay, let's move. It just happened, and I wasn't expecting to move or anything that quickly. But I did, and this card came up. I remember sitting at my kitchen table 2 apartments ago because that's I was moving everything out, so I had to do videos there. And this card came up, and I mentioned this recently, but I feel like some of you could be going through like a very quick transformation, just like that, where it's like, you just all of a sudden decide to do something and you do it. With the Six of Swords, you have the Judgment card. There you go. You have the Judgment card and the Tower. I'm almost 1,000% sure that you've had this combination with me recently, and I forgot you have the Judgment card over here as well. So you have it twice, and to me, to me, it's more powerful when they're right next to each other. And to me, the Judgment card and the Tower card is a major wake-up call, a major revelation, or a major transformation. So I feel there is kind of like a big transformation, like I said, happening very quickly for you. With the Five of Swords, you have the King of Wands. I do feel there's a fire sign in your energy. I've been feeling this for a while. If you're looking for love, could be a fire sign. I don't think we have to let anyone into our life if we don't want to, but I just feel that the opportunity is there. If you want this person in your life, I feel like there's a fire sign available to you. He's also very bold and very assertive. He's coming up with that Five of Swords, which would represent taking a risk. And like I said to you earlier, I feel like it's an amazing time for risk-taking, calculated risks, of course, we're talking about. And also, the other thing I would say with the Sun card, people have been getting the Sun and the Star quite a bit. We have a lot of energy in Aquarius. I feel like the type of Aquarius energy that we could be embracing right now as far as risk taking is concerned is the risk of exposure. And so I've been encouraging people who want to take that type of risk to do it. What does that mean? It doesn't mean like, oh, you're exposed. It means like taking the risk to put yourself on YouTube if you want to start a YouTube channel. Maybe you want to ask for a raise. It's like you're putting yourself out there to ask for a raise and your boss could say no. So that's what I mean by the risk of exposure with the Aquarius energy that we're dealing with. There are other examples as well. Like maybe you want love. You could be talking to a person that you're interested in. That is also a risk of exposure, Virgo. So, those are the types of risks that you could work with the energy that's in Aquarius. It's like I say, the way to think of that Aquarius energy is a star card. The star gets us a lot of attention, right? It's a card of hope, faith, and renewal as well. So that energy is kind of like about being a star, anything that can make you shine bright. And those are the risks that you could be taking. With the Three of Pentacles, you have the High Priestess. Definitely trust your intuition. A lot of mysteries going on right now. I don't want to get too much conspiracy theory on you here, Virgo, but, what I would say is that I think that there is going to be a lot of exposure happening in general. I mean, just look at the astrology. To me, there's just a lot of stuff that says that truths will be exposed, whatever those truths may be. I don't know. I'm not making a claim one way or the other on anything. But I just feel like a lot of truths will be getting exposed. We could see this in the media, pretty much anywhere in the news, whatever, in our own personal life. So I feel like that's what's going on there. Next, you have the bell. It says announcement, and you have this April card. And this is a reading for April, so there you go. There could be some sort of announcement coming in for you at this time. And let's see. With the Death card, you have the Five of Swords. Again, another card of taking a risk. It's literally just saying, if we go like this, Five of Swords to the Five of Swords and the Death card, literally just saying, I feel that a risk is going, it's worth the risk, or taking a risk is going to be worth it. With the Ace of Swords, you have the Page of Cups. I do feel like it could be communication coming in between you and another person. So again, if you're looking for love, there's definitely love opportunity for you here at this time. It doesn't look to me like it's a major focus of your reading. So, to me, love is always available to us if we go looking for it. And if we don't, then we get nothing. But, it does seem there's like a love energy in your, energy field, whatever you want to call it. If you put yourself out there, I feel like you'll find a person. If you don't, then you won't, plain and simple. But again, it doesn't seem like a love forward reading to me. You have love here, you have that Venus card and everything like that, but it just seems to me like you're focused on a big change in your life. So it's like, sometimes I think when we go through these massive transformations, like it looks like you're going through here, like, do we necessarily want love when we're going through some major change? Probably not always, but I feel like it's there if you want it. For others, the Page of Cups is something you've been dreaming of, because, he normally has that cup out in front of him, and there's normally a fish in the cup. I always say that fish is his imagination. It represents something that he is dreaming of. And so if you've had a dream for a long time, I definitely feel like you are one of the signs that has had kind of like a single focus, if that makes sense. You could be accomplishing it. And look, with the Three of Swords, you have the World. There you go. Here's the thing, is that it makes perfect sense. To me, the World can represent being reborn. I frequently say that the world is like being pushed through, the squeeze. It's like you're stuck in the squeeze with the World card. You might be entering into a new world. You might be going through a portal in your life, but it can be uncomfortable because it's like you're in the squeeze. You're not popped out on the other side yet. And I definitely get that feeling for you here. In your last row, look, you have this Eagle card. It says Spirit has your back. I feel like you don't realize, you can't see all the way around. Again, the mythology of the eagle is that they can fly very high, they can see very far, but they can't see around the curve of the earth. They can't see everything that is coming in for them. And I'm pretty sure in your first reading, I was talking about like just how quickly things can change for the better. And I feel like that you need to believe that. It's like you can't even see the good stuff that's coming in for you with that eagle. With the Page of Swords, you have the Nine of Pentacles. There you go. Pre-Empress energy. And the Nine of Pentacles is true independence as well. She normally has 3 pentacles on one side, 6 pentacles on the other, and it kind of represents the fact that she's willing to give 3 pentacles to any situation in her life, but she always keeps 6 pentacles for herself so that she has enough energy to do the things that she needs to do. Or, the pentacles, it could be money, but it doesn't have to be. It could be time, effort, energy, love. It could be material items, that she has. It could be anything that she's willing to give away, but she only gives 3 pentacles to any situation. I like to remind people that those 3 pentacles, it's more like a percentage. It's not like 3 pentacles worth, right? Those 3 pentacles are always becoming worth more because she fulfills herself with the 6 pentacles that she keeps for herself. So she's actually able to give more than most people because even though it's only 3 pentacles worth, because she fulfills herself first. It's also a card of your focus, and you have the Eagle card, another card of your focus. I feel like, and everybody has been getting these messages of focus. You have the Ace of Swords here as well, a card of focus. To me, Ace of Swords is laser-like focus. It is like you pick something that you want to work towards and you make it happen. And so I feel like your focus is very important at this time. With the Sun and the 5 Wands, you have the King of Cups. Definitely could be a water sign coming in for you. It could just be any sign. Here's the thing, is that the King of Cups has been showing up like crazy in readings as well, and it's been showing up as love. I just think this is, it doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to either. I just feel this is the type of person that is attractive at this time. It could be any sign, it doesn't matter what sign they are. I feel like the type of person that this is someone who's very emotionally stable. King of Cups, it does not matter what is going on around them. They control their they control their inner world, right? And usually things in the outer world don't really control their life very much because they are the master of their own, destiny, of their own life. I feel like that's a very attractive trait at this time, is someone who's very emotionally stable. So a lot of you, if you're looking for love, you could just be attracting a person who's like the King of Cups. Great emotional depth. They have great emotions. Sometimes they come off as having no emotions because they have so much control over their emotions, but usually they're emotionally healthy. They're not like just no emotions like a robot, right? So I do feel like that could be a person coming in for you. For others, I feel like it's talking about going on a journey. There's normally a boat on the right hand side of the card, or your left, I should say, and that boat kind of represents going to uncharted territory. With the Judgment card, you have the 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles says, is the juice worth the squeeze? I'm here to tell you, yes. The Judgment card, the Tower, coming up there. And then you have the Judgment card at the end. I feel like this is your inner calling. I feel like it's saying there's like something more that you see that you want to do with your life, and I feel like you just need to do it. Plain and simple, you will be successful. That's a very interesting reading, Virgo. I really like it, and I think it's a good one. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.